It's a good idea for the seller to give the agent a list of updates on the property. What was updated? If they did an update on the bathroom, if they did an update, in the kitchen, whatever they did update it, just let the seller, your agent know.
Hello everyone, this is Juliana Dankwa and Johnny Wariebi. We're all from Century 21 Excel Realty. Today we are here to discuss a very important topic. And Johnny, what's our topic today?
Well, our topic today is 4 things we recommend your agent to have ready for the appraisal when you're getting ready for the appraisal process.
So this time we are in a situation, the market is in a situation where we run into a lot of multiple offers and properties turn out to be appraised. So when you are ready to meet the appraiser, these are some of the things that we really recommend that you get ready for the appraiser to prove the value. So the first thing you start, Johnny, is what? I think
your comps.
Okay.
Your comps is very important because when we talk about comps, we talk about similar properties to the property you're selling. So your agent should actually look out in the market on the MLS easily. Sometimes go in to town records, register deed, look for properties that recently sold, most likely within the last 6 months, similar to your square footage, similar bedroom, bathroom, lot size. Could be about 20% difference. Make it as close as possible because when the appraiser come in, that's what the appraiser gonna look for also. So if you have that ready, you just making the workload a little less for the appraiser to do. So that way the appraiser has something to go off of. Then he can then look and see if he can find what you already gave him, or if he can add or subtract to it. The likelihood of him going very low or low at all is very slim because you're giving him why. You're pretty much telling him, look, these are comps I use for my prices. So you're giving him a reason why your price is what it is.
Right.
And that makes a big difference.
Right. Yeah, I think it makes a huge difference because you're definitely helping him out to prove the value that you came up with.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you're making his work easier. So if you were able to find comps, then he can find comps. If you can't, then it's not gonna work. Right?
And even if the property is sold for above asking price, you can still find, your agent can still find comps to support that price because the agent has listed the property lower to get multiple offers.
Right.
So once it can show that the property was listed to get multiple offers, and they have come to show that that price somebody's offering them is they can validate that price, that will be an issue.
Yeah, you make a good point because we recently listed something and we had 10 offers and we had that spreadsheet with all the offers on it. And matter of fact, I showed that spreadsheet to the appraiser to show him that we did get multiple offers. And this is the prices that it came in with, and that helped. I guess the other, number 2, the other point is also have the seller have a list of all the things that he's done so far.
Yes, that's important also because the appraiser won't know what was done on the property. You and I won't know. Only the seller will know what was done on the property. So it's a good idea for the seller to give the agent a list of updates on the property. What was updated? If they did an update on the bathroom, if they did an update, in the kitchen, whatever they did update it, just let the seller, your agent know. So your agent, you can give the list to the agent, so the agent can also, when they meet the appraiser, during the appraiser, can show that list to the appraiser. So when they're comparing with other properties, to see the updates.
Yes, and it's important to take the time and list everything that was done. Don't think something is not important.
Or it's too small.
It's too small.
Yes.
Everything should be listed on that sheet and presented to the appraiser. So in your folder, you should have the multiple offers that you got. You should have the comps, and you should have the list of all the updates that have
Definitely.
Going forward, number 4, when you're in the property, the appraisers come in, quickly are out. So if you know that there's some things that are special, what should you do?
You have to point it out.
Okay.
So if, for example, you put a how you call it, wood burning stove or pellet stove in it to reduce your heat costs, that may not be an issue for some other people. But if you have a permit for that stove, you can also let the appraiser know, because sometimes some appraiser will question that. So you want to let them know, this is what it is. So they have special features in houses. So all depends. Whatever special feature you have in your property, we're talking about specifically your property, you let them know, and that will also help.
Yeah, that's very important, because from one house to the other, it could be that even in a new subdivision, some buyers go as far as asking the builder to finish the basement for them professionally, and then maybe the next door will just do it themselves and finish it themselves. So the difference, it's something that you should even point out, that the basement was professionally finished or something else that is special about the place. That also gives value. So if you don't point it out, the appraiser doesn't know. They walk in, they walk out. They are in and out fast.
Yes.
So it's your job to point out all this so you can bring your value to where it should be.
And let me just interrupt you for a minute. In regards to that, when the builder finish your property during the actual construction, is better, because that way it's a professional company that did it. The same by builder finish it, instead you subcontracting somebody else to do it. So it's a better job. So you get a little bit more value for it than if you have somebody else do it. Because as far as you and I know, and the appraiser knows, is that the builder do a quality job than somebody else coming outside, because they're doing it from scratch. So everything is being done at one time instead of somebody coming to do something else. So if they need a cut in the beam, stuff like that, the builder will adjust for all that. The other person, the house is already built, so they can't do that. So it's it makes a big difference.
Yeah, and it's okay for that house to be a little more expensive, because the builder costs more to finish a basement than a regular person that you call from somewhere.
Exactly.
And you have mentioned also that if they have any work that's done recently, they should have the permits, and if there's permitting, they should have it ready, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things you definitely should have. That's actually our last thing you should have.
Yeah.
The permit. If you like I mentioned before, a wood burning fireplace, pellet stove, a finished basement, add a bathroom, extended bathroom, whatever you've done, make sure you have the permit so you know that it was legally done and the city is aware of it, because that also helps. Because those updates that was done, that could be adjusted for.
Yeah, because if the appraisers always check with the city. So if you used to have 1 bath and now they go in as 2 bath, they sometimes question, was a permit pulled?
Yeah.
And so if you have permits for all that, it does help a lot.
Exactly.
So if this information is helpful to you, what do you want them to do? Subscribe,
like,
and
you know what? We always got you.
Yes.
Wait for our next video. All right?
See you in the next video.